What is happening, fellow pioneers of human transportation? Something slightly different. I do have a big announcement to make, something cool coming to the channel. I'm going to eat dinner. Look, that's what happens when you make your bacon. When you make your bacon in the air fryer, perfect, right? We got some perfect bacon. What's up, guys? Coming in there. Good to see you, Mike and the other Michael. And Remedy, good to see you, XL. Perfect bacon. I make it in the air fryer, eggs and rice. So I just haven't live streamed. There's some moments like this where it's like, I just want to. I already worked today. I've worked like the past 5 days in a row. I'm sorry if I'm not close enough to the mic for you to hear me. I'll try to really talk up. But anyhow, it's like I thought maybe I would. It's not a mukbang, but I'm gonna sit here and eat this quick, and then I'm gonna tell you. I mean, the big announcement is I have a KAABO. Funny thing is, I fucking keep forgetting the official fucking what they want to call it. It's fucking retarded. But yeah, I have a Wolf King GT coming. I'm really excited about it. Can I do this? Can I do a live stream and eat, or is this a dumb idea? Group ride, not this weekend, but next. Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm going to do this again. I don't know why I thought it would be a good idea to eat. Because you guys are asking questions, I feel like I want to answer them, but I'll go back and answer all the questions, I promise. But yeah. Huh. Nintendo Plays is asking me what's so good about the air fryer. Well, it's only good for like certain things. I don't buy it because it's like to make anything low fat or anything. I make a lot of potatoes in there. They make amazing like fries. I just like it because it's smaller. I'm cooking for myself. Like, why do I have to turn on a big giant oven and use a tiny small spot? But bacon in it is amazing. Like, you can really gauge how to make the bacon in it. Mm. And I make the rice in a steamer. Gee, I'm like 100%. I mean, it's already like day 4, and I'm already like on my pedestal. Like, I'm on a diet because everybody knows, you guys should know, I was fucking, in October of last year, I broke my collarbone. And I was already having trouble staying in shape, staying lean at that point in my life. And I woke up the other day at like 192. I never been so heavy. Oh, I have a decent amount of muscle on me because I have been lifting the past couple months. I'll never be as strong as I was before the accident, but it's just like I'm on a diet now, and this is my diet. I only eat rice or potatoes as carbohydrates. I avoid everything else. I eat a lot of just any form of meat, eggs, and bacon is like kind of necessary because it's like a pleasure food, and it's not carbs. I'm sorry if you guys have questions. I will get to you. And I know this is going to sound terrible. I drink a ton of Crystal Light. Now, that might sound lame, but I remember hearing like Dorian Yates, biggest bodybuilder of all time, talking about drinking like 20 gallons of Crystal Light a day. Of course, this was in the 80s when Crystal Light was a big drink. It's just artificially sweetened sweet drink if you don't know what Crystal Light is. Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess I should like either do a mukbang or do a live stream, but I just wanted to come on. I will answer questions, and I'll tell you like why am I getting a big ass KAABO? You know, normally all the scooters I have, I don't ask the dealers for. They just I get lucky and they send them to me. The exception being I did ask Voromotors for the Mantis King GT. I didn't ask him for that specifically, but a few months ago, I asked him for a bigger KAABO, and they sent me that one. Actually, I asked them for either a 60 or a 72 volt KAABO because I didn't even know at the time that they had a 60 volt stem model like the Mantis. And I love the Mantis, but for full-time delivery work, it's just too small. Honestly, Sarah's been riding the Mantis a lot. Like, she loves it. I'm going to end up giving that fucking scooter to her. It's really the perfect scooter for anybody up to 100 kilograms in my mind. But I'm a big scooter rider, right? I ride big scooters. And I've been taking my Ultra 2 out, my Dualtron Ultra 2 out a lot this week because, well, lots of different reasons. I'll tell you why in a second. Listening to the new Metallica. Is the sound terrible like this, guys? How is the sound? All right. I'm glad the sound is okay. But if I want to go out and work a longer shift, I need a bigger scooter with a bigger battery. You know, I mean, I've been riding $4,000, $5,000 scooters my whole career. You know, a smaller $2,000 scooter of any maker is going to have limitations for deliveries. So, and anytime there's a dual stem KAABO, that's just what I think of them as. Like, I don't even know the fucking names, like the Warrior King, the Wolf Warrior. Anytime there's a dual stem in our shop in Inglewood, in Ryan's shop, I always get on it and I test ride it, and I'm just like, oh, I like the way this feels. And now that I've driven the Mantis a lot, I kind of feel like I understand what KAABO is. But the fact is, I don't own a big KAABO, so anything I'm going to say about it is just I'm just guessing from other people. And so many people have already written the book on even the Warrior King. It's been around for a while. I think they're making a new iteration in the future, but it's all already out there on YouTube about this scooter. But so I'm just going to ride it and show you guys me riding it and give you my real thoughts on it. I think actually I'm probably going to be in a really great position to really explain to people the difference between a KAABO and a Dualtron, because I think that's just going to be a big question that everybody has. But I'm excited about riding it anyhow, because it's definitely different than a Dualtron. It's definitely like even the Mantis, like the stiffness of that stem, it's like super rock solid. I can see why if you only rode that and then tried to ride then you rode a Dualtron, you would think the Dualtron's a little wonky because the whole thing flexes. Don't get me wrong, I love my Ultra 2. I did a delivery video today on it, guys. So, I'm not on the Roadrunner Pro because it's 700 miles. My front tire is finally bald enough. I need to replace it. Voromotors doesn't have replacements yet. All that shit is coming. I've been trying to source it in the aftermarket, and I just can't find one because it's like a certain size and it's tubeless. And all of the of this size tires that I can find are all tube tires. They got to be a little bigger to start getting into tubeless forms. I'm sure we'll find an aftermarket source for it like anything else. Hopefully Voromotors will just have tires soon. I'm confident they will. So the Roadrunner Pro, I'm not riding because I don't want to I can still ride it for sure, but the front tire is as bald as me. It made it to 700 miles. That's good considering how much it skids. It's amazing when I diet how delicious white rice is. I'm kind of eating like not even low carb, just controlled carb, like 25% a day or 20% a day of my calories a day from carbs. I think it's a nice sweet spot for me. I have coached people on diet for a long time. I think if you're more than like 20 pounds overweight for women or 30 pounds overweight for men, you should try like a 5% carbohydrate diet, near ketogenic diet. That works really good. And then you add carbs back in because you can't live without carbs. You can. They're not physically essential, but you're not going to because they're too awesome. And why restrict yourself that much? You guys probably can't hear this, right? Let's get that copyright strike going. Almost done eating, and then I know you got questions. Thanks for joining me on this weird ass live stream. Wow, guys. I've been eating Taco Bell and pizza and shit for months. I just haven't been on a diet for like a year. I haven't tried. So since I was hungry, man, just rice and eggs and bacon. I mean, I guess that's a good meal, right? But anyhow, so let me get rid of this. I'm gonna light the fucking smoke machine, guys. I'm gonna light the fucking smoke machine because I went to the smoke machine store earlier. Actually, I lied. I'm sorry. I got a delivery from the smoke machine shop. So I'm gonna light the machine. You're gonna see the smoke. I'll come back and answer your questions. Now the big challenge is no fucking dessert. Okay. Wow, a lot of people in here. What's up, Isabuelo? I don't know. El Bisa Abuelo. How you doing, Mike C? Michael Young, good to see you. Remedy XL. Electric Scooter Man, good name. Nintendo Plays, thank you very much. I'm working on it. Hey, what's up, ESD Electric Scooter Delivery? Make sure you follow this guy. He makes delivery videos on his Nami, I think on a VSET too. What's up, Stanley Wilson? I'm having a group ride again, not this weekend, but next weekend. I guess I've gotten pretty well into a good routine of group ride every other weekend. It's like I learned. It's like I learned like there's no reason to do it every fucking Sunday. It's too much. So if I do it every other Sunday or Saturday, every other weekend, I'm excited about it. I'm not burnt out. And so not this weekend upcoming, right? Because we just had one next weekend. So I'll post about it. What's up, Lawlette? Good to see you. Raymond Pinkney, you just bought a Holly Burn. That's cool. I'm not sure what that is. I'm glad you're watching the video twice, Michael. I appreciate that. Yeah, Nintendo, the air fryer. So I bought the air fryer a while ago, like on a whim. Really, guess I just didn't want to clean my oven. My oven is really dirty, but I probably like I didn't actually see an infomercial on an air fryer or anything, but I might as well because I watched how to use it. And I like making good potatoes. Like about the diet that I teach is about like a natural foods diet. So that means it's like animal products, some dairy, not much dairy for weight loss, but like potatoes, rice and potatoes for carbohydrate, not pretzels and pizza and pasta, but like naturally occurring carbs. So I'm always looking for ways to make like a better fried potato. I don't mind making it in oil in a pan, but they come out really good in the air fryer. I mean, you coat them with a little bit of oil, but and it's quicker, it's easier. I'm literally just making like clean French fries in my apartment out of the air fryer, and that's worth the expense. But also, when I make bacon, you can really like regulate, like you can open and close it a million times, just cook it exactly. And for me, I always under or overcook bacon in any other format. Yeah, Lawlette, they cut the cooking time down as well. George Bourbon says, hit that. And I know he means Sarah. Now, we're friends. You know what happens is, like, weird being a yoga teacher. I mean, it's not weird, but it is what it is. Like, I never thought I'd actually be friends. As a younger dude, I never thought I would have, like, women friends. Because I was always like, how can you be friends with, like, a pretty girl and not want to, like, But you can. And it is what it is. Like, Sarah and I are friends. I have like other like, a couple other like women friends, but we don't like spend a lot of time together or anything. Sarah especially lives in the building, so you don't shit where you sleep, boys. Because I mean, just think about it in your mind. Like every relation, I'm going to give you relationship advice. Let's go to the next topic. Um, you like that? Did you like watching me eat, Lawlette? You're like a super fan, though. I really appreciate you. It wasn't that bad. I eat really fast. Did I eat that meal in 8 minutes? Like I ate that meal in 8 minutes, I think. Ooh, you bought the V2 Roadrunner. That's very cool. It's okay if you didn't use my bonus code. That's fine. Oh yeah, man, Stanley. I'm glad you got the V2. So you have the first generation V2. That's very fucking cool because yeah, that first generation. A lot of people had trouble with the tires. I haven't even seen a V2 yet. I'm not gonna ask Voromotors to send me one. And I'm going to tell you guys how I actually did something that I thought was smart, but it's not like it's not a secret or anything. I can tell you. Let me just make sure I get these questions, and I'll talk more about the KAABO. What's up, Andre Perry? Two Wheels Dasher. Good to see you, bro. It's been a while. Am I going to see you out there soon? Hey, Brett Cooper. Credit to Voromotors for staying on top of the cracked stem for their scooters. I don't know what you're talking. If you're talking about the Mantis, I don't even think Voromotor. I think there's been like so few cases. I don't know if Voro has seen any, but there's no cracked stem in the Roadrunner line. Correct me if I'm wrong. What's up, Crypt Toots? Hi, I'm new to the world of scooters. Just bought a Kugo G2 Kieran. What's my opinion on that model? I don't really know. It says I'm thinking of buying a Wolf King GT in the next 3 months. Hey, if you want to buy Wolf King GT, this is another reason why. Like, I know it's like a very popular scooter on the market. Like, I'm glad that I have an eMove Cruiser, and I've done some delivery videos on it, and I'm riding it and showing people. I'm like passively selling it. Some people have used my bonus code. I'm happy about that. I know it's a popular scooter, and I know this Wolf King GT is also very popular as well. Somebody's already asking me about it, not realizing that I'm announcing that I'm getting one. So watch the channel. Watch the channel, Cryptoots. So you're going to get a really good opinion on the Wolf King GT. I know performance-wise, it's going to be great because I've driven it, and it's just like a fucking tank. It's like a Ryan, my mechanic, describes like the suspension like a motorcycle style suspension. And I've driven it, but I haven't driven it for like 30 miles yet. So you're gonna get. I'm sure I'm gonna fucking love it. I'm excited about getting it. But I'll tell you more about that. Somebody asked about that. That's why. Hey, what's up, Todd Tech? Good to see you, Todd. Joe the Toe. What's up, buddy? You got Hey, Tornado Garden. Good to see you, man. Yeah, Tornado Garden, a very healthy contributor to the channel. JJT, this is a comfy chair. You know something about this chair? This chair is a little sad. My neighbor died 2 years ago, and I got my gray pit bull. Believe me, I feel very good. I did a real mitzvah. Like she literally like died slowly, and I unfortunately, as her neighbor and friend, kind of watched it. And she had this dog that was a red zone mean ass dog, but the dog liked me. And when she was dying, I was like, "Don't worry about it. I'll take your dog." So I have the dog. The dog is like my one of my favorite of the three now. I love Max, but this chair came with Max. This is Max's fucking chair. He loves to sit in it, and it's actually super comfortable. And I've been streaming out of it for a while, right? It is a comfortable chair, JJT. What's up, Big Chili? Space Cable, how you doing, man? Oh, we met it the other day at Chick-fil-A. You had the bubble helmet on. What's the big announcement? I'll tell you. I'm getting sent a KAABO, a Warrior King. I can never a Wolf King. I never the Warrior is the last generation. I can never get the names of these right. I have a Wolf King GT Pro coming. I'm excited about it. I'll talk more about that. I just want to make. There was a lot of messages that I was accumulating while I was eating. Frontier 884, gotta say hello to you. You're a regular. What's going on, buddy? Andre, my thoughts on the Obarter X7. I'm not familiar with it, and I guess like any scooter that I'm not aware of, it means it's going to be like a lesser known brand with a lesser known distributor. So whatever you buy, you want to buy from like a very well known dealer that is accountable and has good post sale service. And most of these smaller companies don't, but I've bought cheap scooters from Alibaba and shit like that. I did a lot of that. Ken Glass says you like my editing work. Thank you very much. I like editing. It's an incredible amount of work, but I like doing it. And it's for me, it's like I'll probably exaggerate. My ego exaggerates. Like part of my routine. It's not it's sort of part of like my spiritual routine, you know. But it's really just more that like I like routine, and I always have. I like to work, download, edit, boom, just fucking. I didn't talk about it at all, but I'm coming off of a period where I was working only 2 or 3 days a week, shooting 2 or 3 videos a day, taking the rest of the week off, and being like Mr. Big Shot, 5 days a week off. But to be honest with you, that was making me fat. Honestly, I had too much time sitting around. So now I'm reverting back to just working 4 or 5 days a week for a shift. But I love editing. I actually feel like I should start another channel teaching people how to edit on iMovie specifically, but I know how much work it is to do a channel like that, so I don't want to do it. But I have my own, like, I've realized, like, you have to shoot it a certain way. If you want to post every day like I do, or 6 days a week, you have to really be selective in what you shoot. And even though, like, I see sometimes the boredom and the repetition of it, but I kind of just stick to my style within the video, and I can edit those pretty quick. So now though, with the addition of the 360 camera, it's taking me like 90 minutes to edit these 20-minute videos. It was taking me an hour or less, but the new camera really got me. Ooh, let me just jump ahead to what traffic, jumping ahead of the line with his $9.99. What's up, bro? Hey, man, I had a ride. You didn't make it. You got it. I can't wait to see you out there. Yeah, I did a ride last week. You were not out there, right? No, there's no Dualtron X out there. Or do I have you? Did you have another scooter that you came out on? I lit the smoke machine pretty good. Anyhow, what traffic? Thank you for the $9.99 super chat. You know, I appreciate it, bro. Tornado says Sarah is awesome. What are the odds of finding another EV female rider? I don't know, but I don't actually. That's like an unreasonable thing to look for if you're like into like a hobby. That's like a 97% men. Number one, for even putting that aside, you really, it's like, you know, women are on like Tinder, they're on Hinge, they're on Bumble. Like, are they out there in the real world to meet? I guess so. Again, I don't want to talk about relationships. What do I fucking know? Why would you ask me? But Sarah's amazing. You can be friends with hot chicks, and even if you're attracted to them, it's okay. You can still just be friends, and don't shit where you sleep, because then for the rest of your life, you know, you're with some. I'm giving relationship advice again. Tornado, I'm glad you like the 360 views. Yeah, I think it's a good camera too. What's up, Simon? How you doing, buddy? Con Rides, good to see you. Make sure you guys watch his videos. I watched one of your videos recently, bro. Con, Khan Rides. What's going on, buddy? There he is, Tor Avox. How are you, bro? You just here to show your name. I will comment on it, and then you will leave. I would like to change my name to Tor Avox any fucking day of the week. It's really good. It's a really good name. It never fails, Tor. Every time you're here, I want to change my name to your name. It's that combination. Like, there's the Thor, And who has a V and an X in their name, right? That can't be a real name. Like that's too fucking cool. Yeah, I'm drinking my Crystal Light. I drink like three. When I'm on this diet, I drink like 3 of these a day. It's like 0 calories. Fuck the cancer. Who cares? Tornado says, we'll pay for me to go to Killer Shrimp with Sarah. Well, listen, hey, what's up, James Otgen? Old school. Haven't spoken to you in a bit, buddy. I mean, of course, I see you in the comments every time. I appreciate you. Tornado, you're supporting the channel. You don't have to send me money specifically for Sarah and I to go on dates. But I noticed that London Eats or some other guy maybe is doing like the buy me a coffee thing. I haven't looked into any of the monetization within the YouTube plan other than the ads. I don't know why. I've just been like super obsessed with promoting for Voromotors and the scooters that I ride for them. Let me actually just use that as the transfer over to the big announcement. 26 minutes in. Hey, Stan Morrow. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, buddy. My Roadrunner Pro's holding up great. My front tire is low enough that I'm not riding it till I get a replacement. It lasted till about 700 miles, even with all that skidding. You're still waiting for yours. They said it was going to be this month. Now they say June. Yeah, that fucking sucks. I hate hearing that, that you guys have to wait for your vehicles, but I don't know. I don't buy shit unless it's in stock. I didn't tell anybody to pre-order anything. London Eats does buy me a Red Bull. Okay, I'll do that. And get a join button. Thank you, Tor. Guys, so yeah, that's the big news is that I actually contacted Voromotors and said, look, like, I need a big scooter for work. I can't just, like, I like the Roadrunner Pro, but look, this is a group ride. Go out there and fucking max it out, have fun vehicle. It's not a delivery vehicle because it doesn't have a rack and it needs more range. And we're going to put more battery on it for sure. But even then, like, this is too exotic of a fun vehicle. Like, I'll do delivery shifts on it just for the channel, but I'd rather show you guys group rides or fun, high-speed personal trips from, like, here to the beach and shit. But I'm not going to do a ton of delivery shifts on it. And I'm just rattling off the Voromotors scooters that I've got, they've given me. And I've got the EMOVE Cruiser, which I like as well, but I'm not going to like do crazy intense delivery shifts on it because it's very small. It really is like the bare minimum scooter a person could do deliveries on. If my friend Tara is in the audience, she can chime in. I know she was doing deliveries on there. And I also got the Mantis King GT. I finally just learned how to say the name of that scooter right. And I like that scooter because right away from the very beginning, I like that scooter a lot. But it's a little small. It's a little small. And it only has about 20 miles delivery range. I want a big fucking battery like the Ultra 2 where I can get 40 miles range out of it and just go out there for the whole day because it's the biggest pain in the ass to go out and come back. So, and on top of all this, just, to be clear, is I'll always tell the truth, but there are always little lies hidden within selling something. Also, I have a bonus code for all KAABO products. And I want to ride this scooter and make affiliate sales. So that's either my first reason or my last reason for getting this scooter. But what difference does it make? It doesn't mean I'm not going to ride my Dualtron anymore. I love my Dualtrons. But, spec for spec, the KAABO that I have coming has the same specs as my Ultra 2. And I've ridden it, and it's amazing, and I can fit my delivery box on the front deck. So I'm just going to put miles on it, guys. That's what it's all about. Put miles on it. We'll see what happens. I also told Voromotors, and they kind of know that, if anything goes wrong, I've been very lucky with all my Voro scooters, right? Like, they're all fine still. God damn it. Even my Storm, right? If they gave me a Storm. Well, yeah, I've been very lucky. But I have my own mechanics, so if anything goes wrong, I can fix it like that. As a matter of fact, okay, so there's more to the story I wanted to tell. So before I asked Voro for the scooter, I made arrangements with my friend Jason, the guy you see in the group ride videos, on his Warrior King GT, his Wolf King GT. How am I going to sell this if I can't get the name right? It took me a while to get the Mantis. It's okay. It's not about the name. It's about the miles that I'm going to put on it. And it's all about comparison, guys. Like, you could maybe do one-off rides on scooters and give opinions, but do hundreds and hundreds and thousands of miles on scooters, then you can really compare them. So that's what I'm going to do. But anyhow, what the fuck was I talking about? I lost my train of thought. A lot of people on the stream, 70 people. It's pretty good. Frontier 884 says still loves the OG Dualtron Thunder. Yeah, you see at our group rides that we oh, let me finish the KAABO story. You see at the group rides, first generation Thunders are definitely still out there. They only came out in 2019. They're not that old. But Jason, thank you very much. The guy who rides the Warrior King, the Wolf, never gonna get this fucker right. The Wolf King GT Pro in the last week's group ride video, who's been at many of my group rides. He has a couple of KAABO, big KAABOs, and I was going to borrow his last generation, right, the Warrior King. Right, I was going to borrow that from him. I offered him money, and he wouldn't even accept money, you know. So this upcoming weekend, I actually had plans. He was going to bring it to me. He's such a cool guy. I'm very thankful to meet people like this. He lives downtown. I live in Hollywood. It's not like it's that far, but it's like a hard fucking drive, 45-minute drive, especially with the fucking scooter in your car. But I asked, I hope my sound is okay. I asked if I could rent this fucking scooter from him, and he's like, yeah. And somebody, I posted on Facebook, is anybody willing to rent me one? And somebody said, nobody's going to rent you like their high-end thing or lend it to you. I'm like, look, I get it. I'm looking for like privileged treatment, you know, like somebody who knows me, trusts me, or whatever, who watches me, or that I work, whatever. Like somebody might have one. So I was gonna this weekend rent it. It wasn't really gonna cost me any money. I offered him $200. Actually, I didn't offer him any specific amount, but that's what I was willing to pay to rent it for a week because I was gonna make like a million videos with it. So I said, before I set this up, let me hit up Voromotors and just ask. Squeaky wheel thing, you know? So I just crafted my email. I basically have like a friend, oh, thank you very much, Michael Young. I really appreciate it, buddy. $10 super chat. I really appreciate you basically commenting on every single video as well. It goes a long way. $10. That's the standard. So I contacted Voro. I crafted like an email. You know, I have a contact there. Her name is Trina. She's not in hiding. She's on Facebook. She's very nice to me. Very cool. I'm not like that easy to work with. Once there's $1 involved, I'm very particular. You know, like I'm not like rich at all, so every dollar counts. So I'm like all over her about the affiliate program, how much, who, when, where, why am I getting paid, why am I not getting paid. I'm a little bit of a pain, but she always has the right answer for me. And she's the person that contacts me when they just want to give me something. I think when they wanted to give me like the Roadrunner Pro, like she contacted me. When they wanted to give me the EMOVE Cruiser, she contacted me. I said, you know what, let me just ask. And I told her, I said, look, truthfully, I'm going to rent one this weekend. I wrote her like early this week. I'm going to rent it this weekend. And, you know, but if there's any magic to be had, you know, I kind of honestly, I said, I'm not asking, but, you know, like whatever it is, I'm having fun with it. She's very cool. If she listens to this, I'm sure she'll just laugh at it. But, you know, I believe in the company. I believe in the product. And also this guy, Jason, who was going to lend me the vehicle, is like an expert at working on these. So it's fucking great. I got him right there downtown. I got Ryan in Inglewood. Ryan knows everything about these fucking KAABOs. But I'm sure it's going to be different. I got to learn to do my own tire changes and shit. The brake pads, I think, are going to be the same. I think I can do the brakes and everything on my own already. And the bodywork looks different than a Dualtron. I was actually watching a Mantis King GT tire change the other day, and the tolerances are very tight. The tolerances are tight on any of these high-end scooters, but definitely like getting that main, like there was some hammering with a rubber mallet going on. Don't get me wrong, I use a mallet on my Dualtron all the time, but after it's like a whole nother skill set, learning how to work on a different scooter. So I'm really excited about it. It's going to be great for the channel. Frontier, you like the, let me make sure I catch up on these questions. What traffic? Next group ride, not this weekend, but next weekend, Saturday or Sunday. 1 o'clock, we're doing later in the afternoon. Medicated Bob, what's up, dude? Craig the Hunter. People talking about the AI thumbnails now. The AI thumbnails, I have mixed feelings about them. I don't really love them, but I've been using them because laziness, I guess. You know, I fucking pay for those. Those are not like a regular. It's not like a free app where they do that. When you do those, you send in a bunch of selfies, and it takes like 20 minutes for them to send you like 100 or 120 photos, and it costs like $5 or $6. It's not just a free app, but I don't really like them. I noticed some YouTubers using them, so I started using them, but I still want to improve my thumbnails. It's like a never-ending thing. I think my best thumbnails are when I go outside and I have Sarah take pictures of me in action on the scooter, and then I work around that. But I'm kind of running out of those photos. I need to do that again. The AI thumbnails are what they are. I appreciate you guys don't hate them. James says I'm the Mr. White of scooters. You know, I've never watched that whole series. Simon says they're better than the More Finance. Yeah, he's crazy. Like the way he. To be honest with you, I respect how More Finance runs his channel because it's fucked up that to be successful, you should really just repeat whatever your best. You're like for me, it's like if I only did delivery videos, I'd have more views per video. You know, so he's just maximizing his channel by doing the same thing over and over. And I'm not saying it's bad. These are fucking. What are we doing? We're delivering food. How much variety is there going to be there? But his thumbnails, right, like with the face, which I think is it's fine. But it's like a little psychopathic when you look at it like all these fucking thumbnails. A lot of YouTubers do this though. And I bet you I'd have more views if I did it, right? I actually have a good one. You ready? I was going to use this one tomorrow. Let me show you this. Dude, I was on this fucking job today, and I was screaming into the intercom. And I kept hearing like this woman say, like barely like, what? And I kind of want to do like a I'm screaming. So look at this. Oh, shit. Hold on. I don't want a dick pic to pop up here or something. Hang on a second. No, there ain't no dick pics on here. Get your mom on here, okay? That's all. Here, look. Like this right here. I bet you that gets some fucking views. That's my buddy Evan, you know, the guy that I train. I just told him, I said, I want to do like, if I can find myself in a situation where I'm screaming, I want to do like a crazy thumbnail like that. So, yeah, thumbnails. Thumbnails are what they are. It's like, sometimes I make one and I'm really happy with it. Most of the time, I hate all my thumbnails and my captions. It's just that how much fucking variety can I make? I don't know. You know, I should probably use ChatGPT. Actually, I probably should fucking use that to get some variety. Ooh, Jonathan, did I thank you for that $10 already? No, I don't think I did. Thank you, Jonathan Lockwood. Thank you very much. We haven't spoken a lot, have we? $10, man. Why is everybody going so big on the super chats? $2 is fine. $10, that's like royalty level. Thank you. I appreciate it, Jonathan. Tony says, do any of my scooters have regenerative braking? What are my thoughts on regenerative braking? Like, if they have it, it's not turned on. That's different than ABS, right? Like, I kind of have a little bit of, like, fake expert syndrome going on with scooters because I don't know certain things. So, I'm pretty sure there's no regenerative braking on the Dualtron line. And I'm pretty sure that if regenerative braking is all about, like, getting more battery kickback from driving, like, it doesn't really work that great. Now, is that different than ABS? Because I know you can turn that on and off. James, I'm glad you like the AI art, man. It's important. You're one of my regulars, so you guys got to check it out. I mean, those pictures are funny. But yeah, I'm super fucking excited about getting this this fucking scooter, man. It's especially like this guy Jason who was gonna lend me one. He's practically a stunt rider. I'm pretty sure he's like a stunt rider on a motorcycle, but he does some moves on his fucking King that I wouldn't want, that the Dualtron could probably do. It's just that I wouldn't do it to the scooter. Like, I don't think it's made to be like pushed that hard. But man, it's like he has never broken one of these as far as I know. This guy goes through tires like crazy and brake pads, I'm sure, because he loves to like lock up his brakes and skid. But he's a guy who comes from like a motorcycle stunting background. So thank you again, Jason. I mean, I almost had to rent this scooter, and it's not even the money. It's like getting the scooter here, picking it up, and I can't even believe it. Like, and thank you, Trina,
for getting the scooter to me, because it's, if I have it right, it's coming tomorrow. It might be here tomorrow. I watch Nugs 884. I watch Nugs as well. He's really good. He actually, I like what he's doing with the Tesla thing now. It's kind of sticking in line with doing the same thing over and over. It's about deliveries, but he's got a theme. Believe me, when I watch a guy like Nugs, I feel like that I'm lazy in my approach to making videos, because what he's doing is smart. He's not getting like a crazy amount of views for the I'm saving for a Tesla series, but he's getting like a modest, good for normal views for him. And I think he's building something that in the future could get more views. So Nugs is good. I'm a shitty YouTuber compared to Nugs. I'm a vlogger. Like, I'm a vlogger that edits, I guess, and tries to get different angles. Like, I don't even edit on a computer, so I don't know how. I mean, he's just very good at it, and he is funny. He is fucking funny. His girlfriend's got that channel too that she posts a video to every once in a while. Oh yeah, Space Cable. Nugs is good for sure. Yeah. What's up, Dashing Trader? How you seeing, buddy? How you doing, buddy? Jonathan says, would Voro sponsor you to stunt the piss out of a Dualtron? It would be cool to see how much abuse it could take. Nah, I mean, Voromotors over went above and beyond by creating our relationship a little over a year and a half ago by giving me a storm. That's like a great memory in life. Like, some people have children and they think about that like, oh, that was such a great moment. For me, when I was 50 years old and I got a message from Melvin, who I never told this story. I have another friend whose name is Alvin, and for some reason, for the first couple moments of the message, this instant message on Facebook, I thought it was Alvin talking to me, because the message says, "Steven, you got to get rid of your Ultra. It's already old enough. Like, we're going to give you a Dualtron Storm." For a couple moments, I thought I was talking to my friend from USA Mini Motors. It kind of would have made sense that he was giving it to me, but not really. And then I realized I was talking to Voromotors, and Melvin is the owner. It was amazing. So that was like 18 months ago. They've already given me a Dualtron. I have a Storm. I have 3,000 miles on it. I've done a million shifts on it. The thing is, I really, truly, I like the Ultra 2 better. And, yeah, I mean, that's nothing to do with what I'm pushing or selling. I have both. And I'd really just rather ride my Ultra 2. There's certain things about the Storm that I don't really like. I don't like how difficult it is to fucking change the tires. There's so many wires in the fucking housing on the back. Oh my God, the tolerances are tight getting it in and out. But I actually like the Ultra 2. Not compared to, like, the Storm Limited might have more speed. But I don't know. I love my Ultra 2 so much. Yeah, but anyhow, Voromotors already gave me a Storm, so they're not going to give me one to destroy. Yeah, I'm not a stunter anyhow. I'm not getting into anything for stunts. Ken Glass with $1.99. Thank you very much. Oh, love your smoke machine working tonight? Yes, it is. I'll hit the smoke machine for you, Ken Glass. Thank you for the $1.99. Good to see you, buddy. Stan says, the other food delivery guys run into a Chick-fil-A like Rudy. Do the other guys have channels? Nah. Most of those guys don't have channels. Think about, like, this is an impossible niche. You know how, like, almost, you ask anybody about YouTube, they'll say that person is successful because they started a long time ago. And like many of the biggest names that did start a long time ago. Although there have been generations of YouTubers that have come and gone. Um, so I started in 2019. It took me all the years to build it into, like, to get any sort of like a viewer base and to get like X amount of views and create like a business out of it by having a good affiliate deal. So if you start this shit new, they're hard to get views. So most people start it and don't stick with it. And I tell people, if you want to do a channel for success and views, this is not the niche. Go into another niche. But if you want to do it because you like to do it for yourself and it's fun and you want to have the record for yourself, that's why you do it. That's why I started it. The same advice, like, people say, when do you become a professional poker player? When should I quit my job? Well, play poker for a year while you have your job until you make more money during that year than you made at your job for the whole year, and then you can quit playing your job. So what's my fucking point? I don't know. Let me take a hit off the smoke machine for Ken Glass. Hell yeah. Sound still on? All right, good. Well, I'm glad I turned on the overhead light because it got dark while we were doing this. What's up, Rich Theory? Sorry if I missed you. Oh, Abe Zeke says he's coming to next week and he's bringing me a green gift. Very good. Just don't show up at my door. But you can contact me. I'm out there. I appreciate it. Frontier 884, regular, says, I thought about creating a channel, made one video, fixing the Thunder, Stem Creek fix, and decided not to make a channel. It's so much work and time. Oh, yeah, bro. It's like, I actually want to start a second channel because I think what smart YouTubers do, they start additional channels and just work on them while their other channel is successful, hoping to build that channel because a new channel has more potential than an already kind of established busy channel, if that makes sense. But even as a YouTuber who has like whatever made something, when you start something new, it's so fucking hard because it's like nobody watches, and it's depending on what niche you go into. I'm sure there are niches you can go into where you'll get more views. But yeah, if you're going to do a Dualtron Thunder Stem Creek fix, which is important, but you're not going to get a lot of views on mechanical stuff. People want to see like biggest, fastest, blah, blah, blah. And it's a ton of work making videos. So yes, a lot of people don't have channels because this is a lot of fucking work. So is this guy Mike in here just go being mean? I just realized that. What's up with that, Mike? How do you get your YouTube name to be just Mike? Is there more than one Mike? I don't know. This guy's got some interesting things to say though. What's up, Lareco Perez? Good to see you. Simon says, does my iPad have the M1 chip? I can use Final Cut Pro on it. I don't know, man. Do I want to learn Final Cut Pro? Like, learning iMovie wasn't that hard. I'm addicted to it. It's so easy. I don't know what the M1 chip is, but I might be in the market for a new iPad because, like, this one's getting old and they keep sending me messages like it's kind of time to get a new one. But I don't know. I'm fine with this one. The new one has, like, is it 512 gigs? I think this has 256. What's up, Matt? Good to see you. Oh, there's like, okay, there's Mike who is being mean. It's fine. I'm not saying anything too out of line. And there's Matt being positive. What's up, Matt? Good to see you, buddy. How do you get your name just to be Matt on YouTube? Ooh. ESD Electric Scooter Delivery says, when I try your Nami, I'll love it. I know every Nami owner says the same thing. I mean, you guys are like Tesla owners. Actually, it's probably a really good comparison, right? Because there's probably like elements that are similar. But I believe Nami is awesome. I'm sure they're awesome. They ain't giving anybody anything though. There's like, you got to buy a Nami. They're not giving. Company is very, very small. It's interesting. I like it. If they gave me a Nami, gave me a little tiny kickback, I would sell them. But it's a small company. That's the thing. But everybody who has their Nami pretty much likes it, except for those 7 or 8 people. Thank you for the $1.99, Craig the Hunter. Am I liking a 360 and what brand? Thanks again for the super chat. Yeah, I ended up getting the GoPro Max, and here's why. I had 2 reasons. One of them I was wrong. I actually bought a new Insta360, which is the 3rd one I bought in my life because I broke 2 of them. But then I realized that it would not timestamp the video to its original. They would not timestamp 360 videos in its original time, and that means I'm editing out of order, which is impossible on an iPad or in most formats. I'm sure to edit out of order footage. So, and also I thought at the time the GoPro Max had like the touchscreen selfie switch button on the screen, and the 360 cam didn't have that. The 360X, but it did. So I was wrong about that. But the timestamp thing was I couldn't live with that. So I bought an Insta360, had it for a day. I bought it from Best Buy down the street. Went back, bought a GoPro Max. I've been using it ever since. I really like it because there's something to be said about the device being slightly bigger, and it's easier to like not fuck the lenses up. And they come with these really good caps. Like if I was to grab my GoPro Max right now, guaranteed I have the plastic lens caps on. Like, that's the thing is about these 360 cameras or any GoPro. Once you fucking scratch the lens, like, you're basically fucked, right? So I like my GoPro Max. I'm getting, like, I don't know if I'm getting good at editing the footage, but I'm getting quicker at editing the footage because that's what takes a lot of time. Anytime you see that camera come up, I'm syncing footage with another camera, syncing audio from another camera, and that's just it's not like a lot of work, but it's really increased the length of the editing times. What's up, Taco Loco? You're asking me if I'm watching myself on the tablet. I'm reading questions. I can't. I'm not gonna like. What am I gonna just do this? Like read? Be like the guy who sits there like, hey, I'm reading questions. No, no. I'm reading your questions on the pad because I just thought it was obvious. Taco Loco. Mike Hunt. Yeah, Mike Hunt's going off. I think he's gone. Okay. Tony Peterson says, if I could have only one scooter, what would you choose? Well, I think it's like no secret that I love my Ultra 2. I have 3 Ultras, right? I have the first generation, I have a V2, and the Ultra 2. I just hit like 1,200 miles on it. Really, this week I've been loving riding around on my Ultra. I'm really excited to get on the fucking the big KAABO. It's going to be fucking sick. But the big Ultra is awesome. I like having a variety of vehicles though, mainly because of like my hand grip. Like my hands are fucking killing me from braking for millions of miles in the last 5 years, and it's just good to have a variety in machine. But I love my Ultra 2. I love the line. You got to be willing to spend the money. Oh, is that what you shoot on ESD? You shoot on the 360 X3? You love it? Yeah, you got the protective lens on it? Yeah, I hear you. You have to with these things, man. God, you guys are really being very nice with the super chats. $10 from Matt. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Taco Bell on me, he says. Listen, I might spell it on healthy food because I like that Taco Bell, man. Like, it's weird. Like, my neighborhood, there was no food around here for a long time. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. Like close by that you could really just walk to, and then they opened up a Target down the street. We had like shops that they closed. But they opened up this Target, and I've been going there for junk food like every night for the past couple of years. And there's a McDonald's, but it's like a little further down the street. But there's a Taco Bell now, like right here. And I don't know how I got addicted to that shit. You guys almost saw it, so I'm trying to avoid it. It goes right to my gut, and I really just want to get my fucking act together because you gotta, like, the way I talk to my clients, like the people my clients, like, people used to, as a trainer, you're talking to people about diet as much as anything else. And while you're talking about creating like a lifestyle, habits for life, a lifestyle forever, because a diet will work to get weight off, but you can't fight yourself forever. So I have a pretty clear vision of what my lifetime diet is. It basically involves eating good, like 5 or 6 days a week, like eating really good. Like I'm eating today, this whole week, like moderate carb, no junk. Eating that way like 5, 6 days a week, and then eating whatever you want for 1 or 2 days. But that's if you're at your goal weight. I'm just too heavy right now. It's amazing how much my body weight. Kind of hate talking to people about body weight if they don't really know the way it works. Is everybody sending me money? Thank you, Side Hustle Mike. I really appreciate it. $2 from Side Hustle Mike. Hustle Mike, how's a collarbone? Glad to see you posting. Yeah, man, I've been crazy. Collarbone is good. It's like I've almost forgot. It was October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. God, it was 8 months ago almost that I had the accident, right? So collarbone, like, it's really good. Most important thing is I had like pain in my shoulder blade for a while during this recovery, and it's still there. That's an old pain from an old injury that I had that this injury made worse. Because remember, my anatomy here is like changed. I didn't have the surgery, so my bones fused like this, but they must have fused fine because I got great range of motion. I've been doing push-ups. I think pull-ups are done for me, but my recovery has been amazing. I'm super lucky. Could have been way worse, and I'm okay. I'm lucky, but I let myself get heavy because, a big part of like me staying in shape, especially before the accident, is like lifting weights, and I never really worried about like hurting myself or having pain in like my upper body. My shoulders especially are like resilient. my lower back is fucked up. But anyhow, so this made it so now it's like I can't really lift kind of as much. I'm way weaker. I can only do certain exercises safely, I feel. So I just gained weight because for a million, whatever, I sat around too much. So I'm dieting. Collarbone's good, but it got me fat. Hey, Paul, what's going on, dude? Yeah, I still have some e-bikes for sale. I'll have them up on Marketplace again. Yeah, Dr. One, exactly. I'm getting a Wolf King GT, exactly. I mean, that was a big announcement. It's a big deal. I'm excited about it. And, like I said, it's going to be a cool comparison because I spent a lifetime on Dualtrons. I don't need to learn anything else about them. I'm sure the new models coming out are insane. But, if you have a Thunder 2, you don't need a Thunder 3. These iterations are coming out so quick, back to back. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm really excited about it because it's a really big question I've gotten over the years, and I won't really make comments on scooters that I don't own. And now that I put a bunch of miles on the KAABO Mantis King GT, I kind of know what I have in store for me. Like I've driven the big dual stem KAABOs. I haven't done 30 miles on them, just like short little jaunts at them at Ryan's place. Sorry if you brought your scooter to his shop. I'm riding it, test riding it. We repair it, and then somebody's got to ride it to make sure it's fine. And that's me sometimes. So but I'm fucking excited because people ask me about it, and I say I have a vague opinion because I don't ride it. So now that I'm going to get out there and put miles on it, I want to do with this big KAABO what I did with the Dualtron line, where put lots of miles on it, make a 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 mile report, keep everybody in the loop. And the thing is, I'm not going to be exposing anything new. That's the interesting thing, because this KAABO line is worked out. I read basically the Facebook forum for this is very good because there's a guy there named Rob. I don't remember how to say his last name, but he seems very on top of it. He's got a great large like KAABO Facebook group, and any problem that happens with the scooter is already worked out. So they know where to get the aftermarket parts. They know what's going to go wrong. It's pretty amazing. Hey, what's up, Ahmed? All the way from Saudi. I appreciate it, man. I'm your fan too. Love you too, buddy. Tornado Garden says Taco Bell is the best, or something like that. What's up, Station? How you doing, man? Would I ever get into bikes like the Suron? Oh yeah, it's like, I guess this is really an old story. You got to be an old fan. When crypto was not gone, was not dead 2 years ago, I was trading it. I was doing so good. I was just saying, like, just got to if I get to the end of the year at this pace, I'm definitely buying a Suron. Like I made a bunch of money trading. I didn't just make the $5,000 that the Suron cost. I'm very frugal, so I made like a lot of money. But then before the end of the year was over, I got killed margin trading. So that's like the joke. Like I was gonna buy a Suron that year. Luckily, I got the Roadrunner Pro, which has at least similar off the line performance. It's not a Suron, I know, but these companies, like, I'm not buying a $5,000 electric bike. I don't need it for anything. I'm sure it'd be fucking awesome, but it'd just be a pleasure vehicle. I'm not doing delivery shifts on it. I would do a couple for like the channel, or a bunch, but not like permanently. What I'm learning about having the variety of vehicles is interesting, because really in the last couple months, you've seen me on all my vehicles, that in the long run, the big stand-up scooters are the best, meaning they take the least energy out of me, and I only have to go out there for like once because they have enough range. Anything smaller or anything that I have to wear the box on my back, then the job is too hard for me. Guys, I'm 52. I'll be 53 in November. So I'll be 53 right around the corner, and it's not. I have energy and I'm strong, but I can't wear the delivery box on my back. That's a young man's game. That's not for fucking me. So that's why you're not going to see me on the smaller scooters wearing the thing on my back. Man, Mike's going off. All right, I'm going to get rid of you. Sorry, Mike. What are you doing, man? Bye-bye. All right. What's that? Yeah, it's funny. First of all, he said I'm broke. I said, who doesn't know that? Like, and they said, get some good clothes. I said, well, I would love to have conversations about fashion and clothes and whatever, but I don't believe in clothes. I seriously don't. People talk about leave the matrix, get into the matrix. You want to get out of the matrix and you value fucking fancy clothes. Obviously, there I'm sure is a spiritual look at fancy clothes and fashion, but not if somebody's saying like my clothes is better than yours. I don't know. I'm not into clothes. I think it's not important to me. So, and saying that I'm broke, no shit. You'd have to really know me to hurt me with a comment. I think you'd have to really know me. It really hurts me to call me fat. Don't call me fat, motherfucker. You can call me ugly. I'll tell you, every girlfriend I ever had when we were fighting would call me fat. Yeah, Adrian, that was crazy, eh, buddy? It was funny though. Like I let it go for a while. It's weird though. Like I'm a small YouTuber, so luckily like I don't need a moderator or anything. And he was actually, I should have let him stay there because he wasn't really out of line. What's up, Sing? How long fast should I go on the 9 Max battery to prevent late order deliveries? So you're asking me how fast you should drive to avoid being late on a delivery. I don't really know your market, man. So you want to drive your scooters at 80% of their max, I would say 70 to 80%. I think that's a good general answer. Like how fast should you drive? And I also think it's a secret of me making my scooters last. I don't drive them top speed all the time. Think about this. A car that goes 65 miles per hour on an American freeway is actually designed to go 120 miles an hour, right? Why the fuck did they design them to go so goddamn fast where legally you can never go that fast? And I was reading about it actually. And there's obviously a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons is, when you're at like below maximum performance, the wear and tear on the car will be so much less. Imagine getting in a car and driving it at 100 miles an hour all the time only. How much faster would that car be in the shop, barring accident, from wear and tear as to a car being driven 65? So if you have a 50 mile per hour scooter and you only drive at 50 miles per hour, it's like driving your car at maximum speed as well. Not exactly though, right? Not exactly, but sort of. So my scooters, you see me on the Ultra 2. I've been flirting with 40 and 45 recently, but that's a 55 mile per hour plus scooter. And I really just go 35 miles per hour on it, 35 miles per hour on it most of the time. But I don't put my scooters in the highest gears ever. Ooh, Dr. One has a hoodie that looks normal, but it has elbow, shoulder, and I want to get one of these things. There's this company called Beyond Rider Gear or something like that. I need to contact them because they contacted me. Said, "Can we use your photos?" I was like, "Sure." Like, I don't know why you're even asking. Like, if I put it up on Instagram, I assume that shit is just open for anybody to fucking take, and which I don't think that's even true. But that's why I always thought it was. But I said, "Why don't you guys fucking send me I guess it's like a shirt that's padded. They're $150." And he said, "Contact." They gave me the guy's email to contact. I never wrote him, but Beyond Rider Gear. What's up, Fernando? Soria Sanchez. Does Uber Eats track your speed? Okay, here's the deal. I haven't talked about this yet in the videos, so you 59 people get to hear it now. It seems like Uber Eats has stopped tracking our speed because I kind of got looser and looser with not turning it off when I was going fast on DoorDash, and I've been flying on these fucking Uber orders, so I feel like they are not tracking our speed anymore. That shit's over. We can just go as fast as we want. So, yeah, I don't think they're tracking our speed. But every market is different, though. Stan's asking me, would I get the extra battery for the Pro? No, because you can't carry it. It's too heavy. On the first generation Roadrunner, I was actually able to carry the secondary battery right in the scooter, but nah, it's too heavy. And also, like, I'm not wearing that box on the delivery box on my back for like in perpetuity. It's not a good long-term plan. So, I'm sure a young guy could do it. I see a lot of guys on like mopeds and shit like that. They're wearing they wear the box in their back, but I just can't do it. I learned like in my first 1,000 deliveries, really on these EMOVE cruiser clones behind me, the Outlier scooters. I learned that like wearing the box on your back, it's like a really terrible feeling for me. You know, maybe it's because I'm Jewish and my people used to be slaves, and like it has an ancestral feeling of like being a beast of burden. Sorry, I don't want to say anything else about that. What's that company called? James Dinice? I'll look that up. Yeah, Tornado Garden. Mike was a troll, but he's gone. I let him go for a while. I let him go for a bit. And, yeah, Krishana, you're right. Yeah, I mean, people should ask me for permission, but I don't care. I figure people are going to steal shit. Yeah, we don't really get trolls here too often. Super lucky. It's because the bigger you get. When I had like those couple months where I got like 500,000 views in a month, holy shit, did I get fucking trolled like crazy. Because it's new people. It's just crazy people from the regular, you know, whatever, like the market. Some of them are fucking nuts. Ooh. That's the big announcement. Warrior King GT coming in. Actually, Wolf King GT. Again, never get the name right. The Wolf King is the new generation. The Warrior King is the previous generation. They're both dual stem scooters. The first generation is 60 volt. This one is 72 volt. I'm excited about it. Big 35 amp hour battery. I'm pretty sure, actually. Let's look at the specs, actually. Oh, yeah. Big 11-inch tires, 3.5-inch. It's got Zoom hydraulics, which are perfectly fine. Yeah, big 35 amp hour battery, 72 volt. Sine wave controller as well, which is a big difference compared to like a Dualtron. Yeah, big 2,000 watt motors. I can't wait. It's 115 pounds. Wow, that's fucking heavy. But I can't fucking wait to get on the road with it. It's going to be super fucking cool. Jason's already telling me though to be careful on it. And I'm like, I know it's going to be. I told him it's going to be like learning how to ride a scooter, like, you know, from the beginning. Like I think I know how to be a beginner. I'll keep it in like low modes. Keep it in a low mode as much as possible. Guys, man, we had a long live stream. Oh yeah, over an hour. I'm tired. I do feel like I got to get ready to sign off. Thank God I already walked the fucking dogs. Now, there's no junk food in the house, so I cannot cheat on the diet. That's good. All right, guys, that's it. I appreciate everybody sticking around, watching the videos, coming in for the live stream. We had quite a few people in here tonight. I keep saying I'll live stream more often, but it's hard, man. As long as I'm getting videos out, I don't really feel as compelled to live stream. But I do feel like if I'd like live stream every night, it would build. You know, we get more people in here, and we get new subscribers, and great people like Mike who come on here and make fun of me for being some sort of a loser. I am a variation of loser, but the best kind. Because we're all fucking losers in the end, right? All right, guys. That's that. I'm tired. See you, Tor. Good to see you. Good to see you, James. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Remedy. Thank you, Tornado. All you regular guys. Appreciate you guys' support. Oh, I'm tired. See you next time.